Welcome back, Divine Feminine. We're here to cover your energy for this week, moving into October. And I do feel there are some frequencies really that are coming up at the moment that are really signifying a very, very deep change. I do notice here, and I feel as though there is this moment where you're needing to move into some Zen space. Yes, I'm still here. My alarm went off. Very significant to the connection of the reading. And that's really how I'm feeling this is playing out. I'm looking at the crowning energy. Let's take a look at the crowning energy. What Divine Feminine deeply is wanting in their lives, both connected to their twin flame path, is to just be in a sense of Zen. Now, this might not have been possible. It might have been quite intense, A, over the last few years, and B, over the last few months. This month, moving into October, are quite significant points. A, in August, we had Mercury retrograde. As we entered September, we had some big transitions happening. We also have the South Node in Libra. Most recently, we had the eclipse in Pisces, and this can signify really deep changes happening in the Divine Feminine, both within their emotional and spiritual realm, as well as in their physical and their identity realm. And so I feel Divine Feminine is needing a moment to take stock of their lives and to really, it's almost like needing to take a little bit of time out, needing to take some space. And it also can be the intuitive energy. It's like, it could have been something from shadow work that it's been coming up for you, to a point you've had no choice but to actually review and assess it. And it's funny because what directly is sitting under Divine Feminine's chin is almost like a crystal ball with a tree in it. And, the position it is in Mercury and the higher heart chakra. And this is very Chiron in nature for those of you that don't know. Chiron can link to your inner hands and to just in between the heart chakra and the throat chakra. Pluto currently is in retrograde. It's sitting in the house of Capricorn, so old lineage situations. Old lineage situations that we're actually assessing, old belief systems, maybe some burdens that you had to carry in your life that you're clearing through karmic situations. And, a karmic situation doesn't have to be negative or positive. It can be a bit of both. But spiritually, what I am feeling is you're having to honor really the feelings that you're having. So none of the feelings that you're physically having right now to do with your twin flame path, to do with where you see your life moving and what you've endured in your life are right or wrong. They're feelings. And so it's very, very important to actually be able to honor what is coming up and to say to yourself, wow, that wasn't fair, or wow, I can't believe I achieved that. But to just honor whatever it is, really good time to journal. I would say in between eclipses, do the clearing now. This can be if you do feel you're having a little bit of an existential crisis. It is okay to pause and say, hey, I'm changing now. What is that going to mean? I would say you're still really reflecting upon where you stand at this point in time. And there can be a lot of delays initially. And the reason I say that is because the energy of Pisces can make us, feel tired. The portal can be open quite large. We psychically can be very susceptible to vibrations. It can ooze frequency back to 2017, 18. What I do feel is in your past position, if we look to the past position, you are reflecting upon all those very situations. It's almost like a sum up moment. And I did mention this on a collective energy read. You can look to it on YouTube. And I did say that I did a blog post on it. It was to do with the astrology of this month and both what I was picking psychically. So the spiritual reflection that you're directly having is actually, it kind of can be triggered by the moon energy, because moon is emotion. Mars currently is moving between Cancer and Leo. So we're picking up on both frequencies at the moment. Where is the creativity? Have we been motivated? Have we been in our emotional body? If we're able to push that energy into something, we function more effectively. It also can be the traumas that happened in relationships in your life, especially A, through your twin flame path, and B, through other connections in your life. This is going to the past position, which is positive. However, as we do proceed forward, what we do see is at the moment in the yin and yang, you feel very out of balance. You know that you feel as though there has been some imbalanced situations. You feel within the connection it has been imbalanced. You're attempting to see it from a higher perspective, but you do feel slightly, and I would say the imbalance is coming from two sides of life. In your own spiritual life, it is feeling as though within your yin and yang, within your emotional and physical body, you are feeling out of balance. It is not going to remain that way. It may mean that you need rest. Also, you can be looking at it from a point of view that your twin flame path is out of balance as well in some shape or form. There are some changes. It can feel the sacrifices that you've gone through, and it feels out of balance. Now, we're also looking at the tree of life. Again, tree can link to family, lineage, sacrifices that one has made, sacrifices that have maybe impacted your twin flame path. Pulled in two directions, pulled in too many directions, and how to get back on your path. It's almost like you can be questioning to yourself, how did I fall off this path? Like, I believed that, a certain direction was going to be working, a certain direction was for you. And so there can be this week almost like a spiritual feeling where we're picking up on the next eclipse that something is out of balance. How do we get that balance back? As we're looking to the bottom row, it is going to be an internal thing. And we really, really need to honor that. It can be that we need to say something, but we need to think about it first. It can be that we're feeling something, but are we getting the messages correct? And I feel to give this some time, especially key in eclipse energy, and you're going to be picking up on it already, is that spiritually, your identity for all the divine feminines, we are going through a significant shift. So there is a shedding, there is a changing. Would this be a good time to hack your hair off? No, it wouldn't be. This is more a time to journal, to reflect, to think, to trust Gaia that where you are going is going to be better for you. Doors will open for you. I could say even it's almost like going through a maze and you keep coming up against a wall, and then you notice, like Hansel and Gretel, there's bread on the floor, and you follow the road, and it takes you to the golden road. It takes you to the yellow brick road, home, Dorothy. Okay? This is going to take you to fulfillment and harmony. It's the old saying, what you resist persists. I feel you do have protection. I feel it's also, you could be reacting in a certain way to have protection. I'm noticing the eye on the tree. I'm noticing the hearts and the entanglement. I'm noticing the crown chakra coming through with this and the green of the high heart chakra. There is a hidden path here. There is a road that's going to open for you. It's almost like a slingshot. You're going to know when to move. And I feel some of you are very much going to pick up on this relating to your twin flame path, any blockages that have been happening, why they've been happening. I feel deep clarity. This also spiritually has changed you forever. It's very much changed you forever. And I feel with our outcome, the obstacles are going to be cleared for you. I also feel for some of you, individuals on the other side are actually aiding you. You know, when we see elephant totem can be to do with family and tribe. I'm also picking up on abundance, but it does feel that a road is going to be cleared for you. It could be that you have had to be in a certain standpoint in your life, or your twin. This is what I'm picking up psychically, doing something to serve another individual against their own personal needs. So it could be they were taken up because they needed to care for family, or this could have been on your side. Whatever this is, somehow spiritually, a road is clearing. Was it a, however this is playing out, this is really what they're pushing home here. Whatever was blocking the path to union, it feels as though, it's going to feel, both parties here as well as you, Divine Feminine, you're really going to be honoring what your personal needs are. As you do that, look at all the daisies around this person. The road to love is being cleared. He loves me not. There is courage that is going to be needed, and spiritual intuition. I feel a lot of us have had to go back into our core. A lot of us have had psychic downloads. But the love me not, it feels like wishes coming from the stars. It feels like they're coming down to bless you, and there is going to be a road opened. And for some reason, I feel messages. I just get this very strong indication of messages, a message in a bottle coming for you that is going to signify this massive change for the Divine Feminine and the direct connection. We will check in with this next week. If you do want the next edition, you can jump into our YouTube membership. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Take care of yourself, and I will be back to guide you through our eclipse season.